not
Well, you should be.
You should be ashamed
Well,
of
you
yourself
should be.
for being so
Well, you
ignorant.
should be. How much candy is that there? How much is all that?
Yes, I want to see.
I'm buying it all.
Fine, I want to see.
I'm buying it all.
Okay.
I am going to buy it all. I'm going to give it away to all these people.
Go ahead.
You should be ashamed of yourself.
I am not ashamed of myself. I'm standing
Yeah,
up for this young person.
Yeah, you're really standing up for them, yelling at them.
Oh, and they take them all around the country, and you should see how they live.
Yeah.
So
They're doing fine. Yeah, I'm the ignorant person.
Okay, so the biggest irony of this whole thing is this old white lady thinks that, you know, they're outside of like a Target or a Walmart or something, right? And she's going to bat. She's going into such defense attack mode for a giant corporation like that. A corporation who doesn't even need to thank her, who won't notice. A corporation that has like literally thousands of branches all over the United States and possibly the world. So first and foremost, let's point that out. And then again, she thinks that she's so correct and so just in her stance. What are you doing out here selling candy and chips? You're not supposed to be doing this. The last time I checked, this was against the law. Like, big deal. Okay, so what? You send him home, you know, because obviously if he was well-to-do, if he had a lot going on in terms financially, him or his family, he wouldn't be in front of a Target doing that. And maybe he's doing it for school. Who knows? He could be doing it for a project. But, you know, the fact that you just saw this kid out there, and of course, you know, the color of his skin obviously impacted that. You just had to go into Karen mode because that's what they do.
Do whatever you want.
You
can do whatever you want.
And shout out to my mans for buying all of his stuff, for coming up to bat. Because, you know, again, this goes to show that, you know, the majority of people walking around out here really are good people. And when we come together, we can do good things like this. And this is what I mean often when I talk about just being a good person in your community. Now, I'm not saying that you got to go around buying everything that everybody's selling, but I'm saying that this interaction could have helped, you know, this young man to just believe a bit more in people. You know, they could have connected off of that. That money could have gone a long way, whether it was for him personally or whether it was for, you know, school or whatever it was. You know, she acted like he was out there selling drugs or something, like he was out there selling crack, like he was out there selling things that were illicit and illegal. He's just a kid out there hustling. That's all he's doing. And again, it's like, what are you, well, you're putting yourself in this situation and you think people are just supposed to do what you tell them, you know, and if they don't, you're just going to sit there and call the police or what? What are you going to do about it? They don't think these things through. They just think that they have authority and that this young black man has got to do what I say.
Every single arm of this crooked, wicked system is mobilizing to screw me and everyone like me. And no one is coming to save us. And yes, I'm complaining about it. Where's the manager? I want to see the manager. I want to speak to the manager. I have a complaint.
What's up, everybody? Major Retired Richard Ojeda here, and you hear the term white nationalist, and what comes to mind? Terrorist, violence, evil, yes, all of the above. But also there is an undercurrent to all of that, a common reason that prompts their actions. These people are a bunch of pansies, a bunch of whining, self-important, entitled do-nothings that have never experienced an actual hardship in their lives, and like the pompous sissies that they are, they look to blame their problems on somebody else.
I want to talk to the manager. I'm tired of waiting in line when I know that the line is simply leading to genocide. We are teaming up, we are unifying with other like-minded patriots, and we are realizing that the system's never going to be there for us, and we are sick and tired. We are sick and tired of being disparaged, of being told that we are lazy, of being told that we are bad people, of being told that we're whining about the fact that we are being replaced in our own country, which we actually love, even though it doesn't love us back anymore.
These jackaloons are perpetual losers, so they have to fabricate a fairy tale to cover their failures and blame all their make-believe woes on minorities for no other reason than that's who they hate the most. Case in point, Patrick Howley. This butthead just went on a huge tirade saying his own life's failures are because the system screwed him. Of course, because Patrick Howley's failures could never possibly be Patrick Howley's fault. He's white, born in the image of God to be worshipped and coddled by the inferior races. And if that's not an ideology of pure evil, then nothing is.
We've had enough! We've had enough! We hate your system. We hate being kicked down. We hate watching our lives year by year drift away from us. We hate realizing that we don't have a future. We hate realizing that we don't have a stake in this. And you know what? We're going to take a stake in this. We're going to go get the statue of God, George W. Bush and John Brennan and John Kerry and Barack Obama and every other puppet of this Baker regime. And we're going to tear them down. And we're going to melt the statues. And you know what? It's going to be pure gold for us. You know what? Maybe we'll cut the head off that statue and take it to a pawn shop, get some cash in our pocket. Yeah, that's right.
Howley goes on to complain that nobody is coming to save him, and he wants to see a manager. But here's the issue, people. What exactly is this moron complaining about? My God, he's the host of a freaking podcast. He sits on his butt, rambles out his opinion, gets paid for it, and the alt-right media publishes this trash far and wide. Talk about an impoverished life. Does this give you a picture now of just how deluded these people are?
We've had enough. We have had enough. I am going to work as hard as I possibly can to make the people who have taken this country away from me feel as miserable as they make us. It is personal. It's about revenge now. Demons.
This is a silver spoon entitled Arrogant Idiot, and only in America can a plague on society like this walk through life never actually putting 1 ounce of effort into securing food, water, or shelter, have everything handed to him plus a stock portfolio, and then cry that minorities kicked his butt because they're the ones that actually have ambition and will do some work instead of whining. That's what evil is, people. It's irrational. There is no justifiable cause for hatred. You're wasting your own life on top of ruining others. You can be a part of the problem or part of the solution. It's as simple as that. Make every action and every moment of your life a benefit to those around you, and guess what? You'll benefit yourself more than you will ever would by taking the me approach of this scumbucket white nationalist and right-wingers. The only thing to hate is hate itself, and that's all these morons are full of, is irrational hate. There's not a single thread of justification in anything Patrick Howley or what the rest of the white nationalists are so vehemently screaming about. It's time for them to shut the hell up. Come back when you've put in an honest day's work in your life. Come back when you've walked in another person's shoes for a day. Try living outside your affluent world of make-believe, someplace where screaming hate-filled BS into a webcam doesn't net you a 401k.